continue whatever you wanted to say about Burberry sunglasses.
Burberry. All right, so there was a boxer. I always think, whenever I see Burberry, I always think about this boxer, Adrien Broner. He lost his first fight, and it was like he was like a big, like, maybe they thought he was going to be like the next Mayweather. He didn't have the work ethic, but he's still a really good boxer, possible Hall of Famer. Anyway, he lost his first fight, and he's wearing Burberry sunglasses, a Burberry scarf, and a Burberry jacket, right? And
when he's 0-0, walking out to the fight, he's decked out in designer.
Now, this was after he was doing an interview after the fight in all Burberry.
So he's 0-1.
He's now 0-1. Well, he was like 30-0, and now he's 30-1.
So he didn't lose his first fight.
No, it wasn't his first fight. He had lost the first fight of his career, and he had lost.
Okay, yeah. I get you.
So he goes. He's like 30-1. And they're like, man, how's it going and everything? And he goes, he's like, yeah, man, I might have lost this shit, but it's Burberry everything. And I was like, that was the most amazing line, you know what I mean? That only an African-American boxer could have gotten away with, too. Because if it was like, Canelo Alvarez, I don't know, Mexican guy, like he's Burberry everything,
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
If you're a white guy and you're up there and you're a soccer player, for instance,
exactly.
you're like, we played Livingston today. Their strikers were just a little too quick. The goalkeeper made some amazing saves. But, at the end of the game, it's Burberry everything. It's just Burberry everything.
It's Burberry everything.
Everybody would just be like, what a fucking douchebag this guy is.
What a fucking dude. Now, Adrien Broner says it. Nobody even bats an eye, dude. Everybody's just like, all right, man, well, it's still Burberry everything, so it's all good.
So, Phil Mickelson, you had a disappointing end of the tournament this weekend. Do you have anything to say about your performance? Yeah, I know there were just some, the wind was a little bit stronger on hole 17 than I anticipated, and some of the sand traps were very creatively laid out. And, times like this, you just got to look yourself in the mirror and say, it's Burberry everything.
Dude, we got to remember this and do it sometime, like in some kind of interview. But either way, we also, talking sports, I want to mention a guy that's back in the channel right now.
Who's back?
No, he's back in the channel. You know who I'm talking about.
That Mook Dog.
That's right.
That Mook Dog.
Right? Hey, follow Javon Kinlaw. He is officially back in the Leo and Danny show, Danny Mullen regime. Yeah. He's might as well be a member of the regime at this point.
Javon Kinlaw of LDN fame,
yes.
The guy who went head-to-head with a journalist who was talking shit and told that journalist that he had small nuts, a small dick, and then called that white journalist the N-word.
That's right.
He follows Leo Dottavio on Instagram and comments on photos of the regime.
That's right. We posted a little shirtless pic that you might have seen with Nico. Nico being the star, of course. He was making a very funny face and all that. Anyway, we tagged Mook Dog in it, and we called ourselves Young Steppas. See, one of his posts, he's like, we some young Steppas, and we just loved it. So we posted it, not really knowing what Steppas means.
So, Danny Mullen, you had a disappointing finish to the Ultimate Frisbee tournament this weekend. Yeah, just again, the wind was working against me. The Frisbee just kind of slipped out of my hand on that last throw. But, I'm a young Steppa at the end of the day. I'm a young Steppa.
I'm a young Steppa.
Burberry everything.
Burberry everything. Dude, young Steppa. A Steppa is a man who doesn't cower down when someone's coming at him.
We had
an
to look
aggressive
up.
Man.
Can we pull up the definition of Steppa right now? Yeah. Because Leo, we saw that Javon Kinlaw, the 49ers defensive tackle, huge fan of the channel.
Yes.
We saw that he's starting defensive tackle, having a big career year, surely going to reap a massive contract based on his performance. We saw that he captured to one of his photos 3 young Steppas, and it was him and 3 other 49er players.
Right.
No, Austin, can you pull it up on YouTube, the definition of Steppa?
Yeah, there's a guy, there's a man that describes it very well.
This is, because I want really more than anything, I know that a lot of our audience listening today are, in fact, Steppas.
Yeah, there's some Steppas out there.
I don't think Fez is a Steppa, though.
Fez would be the opposite of a Steppa. He's probably not.
D Slugga gives his meaning of Steppa.
Right
down,
there.
lower,
That
bam.
one.
This is the guy right here.
This is the man who knows what's up. When you're looking for the definition of Steppa, this is the man you go to.
All right, Slugger, man, I got a question for you, man. people outside of Florida, man, we want to know, what is D Slugger's definition of a stepper?
Okay. Shit, okay.
Listen, Fez, is good
Stepper,
stuff.
in my eyes, shit like, okay, like, say, some niggas,
Turn it up a little bit,
some
Austin.
niggas will take, some niggas say, okay, say a nigga disrespect you or whatever like that. Some niggas can walk away from this shit or whatever. Some niggas just let it go, you feel me?
Fez walks away.
But some people gonna actually, that's when I'll come in, some people gonna step behind it about their respect.
Step,
like,
dude.
It's
Some
not
people
necessary.
gonna
Some niggas
step.
say, oh, you shoot a nigga, you stepping. Not really. You feel me? You don't gotta shoot just to be a stepper. You feel me? You stepping, I'm coming, it's like how you coming behind what you doing, you feel me? Like if a nigga disrespect me, bitch, a nigga just ain't gonna disrespect me. If I ain't just gonna let it slide, I'm gonna come step behind my respect, you feel me? Like,
That's right.
nigga, like a nigga say, I die about my respect, bitch, I'm gonna step behind my shit.
So
That's
basically,
right.
really,
That's right.
it's just somebody that stand on their 10 toes
Yeah, you feel me?
on whatever principles they believe in.
To me, bitch.
Okay.
Or how other
You gotta be
niggas-
on
see,
tiptoe
like I
to
say,
be a
other
stepper.
niggas will probably say, oh, I'm gonna shoot, I shoot a nigga, so I'm gonna step it.
Yeah.
But nah.
But I like that. I like that explanation, though.
Yes, sir.
That makes more sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Press pause.
Because a lot of people do make it.
Fez, would you shoot an enter if he stepped to you?
Hell yeah, I would.
Okay, dude, that is don't be pretending to be a stepper. That is that is one of the big the worst things you can do is to pretend to be a stepper.
Nothing's worse, dude.
Yeah.
It's the worst time and place to be a poser when it
Right.
comes to being a steppa, dude.
Yeah.
You mean like the time I was in the bus, somebody tried to tell me to shut the fuck up because I was listening to my music and they told him to shut the fuck back, and then I step up to him and like, what are you gonna do, bitch?
Wait, you stepped up on a bus?
Yeah.
It sounds like you might be a steppa.
You might be a stepper.
When was this?
Yeah.
I was a while back and was in a bus and I'm like, somebody just telling me to shut the fuck up because they didn't like my music. I was like,
What kind of music were you listening to?
K-pop.
That is steppa music.
Yeah, man.
Little Asian boys with plastic surgery singing an auto tune. That's
know it.
steppa shit.
That's some stepper shit.
So what'd you tell him? What'd you tell him?
Okay, so this is what happened was, right? I was listening to BTS in my phone. I was skunking it up, not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe it was a little out of line, but I see motherfuckers doing that in the bus all the time. So I was like, might as well just do it for myself, you know? Because I cannot use earphones because I hurt my ears. Even right now with these, I hurt my ears.
I have sensitive ears too. I relate to that. That's a steppa quality.
Yeah,
Having
no.
sensitive ears is a steppa trait.
It is.
Yeah, so
And if somebody messes with those ears, you got to step.
It's from all the gunfire.
Exactly. When you're a stepper, you might be privy to some gunfire around you.
I think so. And steppas, it doesn't matter if they're in a car, in a studio apartment. If they got to pop their gat, they got to pop their gat.
That's right.
And it's not steppa-ish to wear earplugs.
No.
You think you're going to go in there with the little orange foam plugs and then the headphones like this? No, you're going to go clack, clack, clack,
Right.
and you're going to deal with the tinnitus.
And there's going to be a little ringing in your ear. Yeah. You know what you say when you hear that? You step to the ringing in your ear. You go, you almost step to that ringing in my ear, head on, face it full force.
A steppa sometimes got to slug themselves in the earlobe. Just
Exactly.
stop ringing.
damn.
Okay.
Yeah. You're not only stepping to other people, you step to things that are going on with your body. You got plantar fasciitis. Fucking step on that shit.
Yeah.
You're slightly overweight. You got to step to your belly.
You got to step to your belly, dude.
All right. So Fez might be a steppa after all. We're going to see. He might be stepping to his unemployment because he told us he has a job
Yeah.
in a park somewhere.